Hello, this is Lisa Russick with the podcast We Are All Psychic, and somebody's singing to you right now. If you can't hear it, it's probably because I'm playing the intro song. We're going to give it a pause. No, I love it. Let's let it ride, Mr. Oh, he's going to go take care of the background vocals. I had a question for him, but he disappeared. So listeners, here we are back in the garage with Andrew and Savvy. It is Thursday, February 22nd, 1924, 2002. And the time is something else. 6:18 p.m. And it's a Thursday. 5:18. I'm sorry, you're right. 5:18.
It looked like a 6 at first.
It did, though, for a second, because I just did.
That glare.
I glare. So this is the Black Sheep podcast, but that's not what we're going to talk about. We're just talking about the Black Sheep every time Andrew, Savvy, and I get together in the garage to do a random podcast. This wasn't random, though. We had planned this one. We often hang out in the garage, and we were hanging out in the garage recently, and Andrew started talking about astral projection. But before I go any further, Misty, I almost called you Misty. I miss Misty. I wish she were here. She couldn't be here tonight.
I'm sorry.
She wanted to come, but she couldn't. Yeah. But Savvy, do you still think we're all psychic? Heck yeah. It's good timing because Andrew just came back. Do you have anything else to add to it?
No, just from the last podcast, it's just been more validated that, yeah, we are all psychic. But yeah. Mm-hmm.
I like it. Any examples of validation?
Okay, not when you put me on the spot, though.
Okay. I know, I hate that. I can't think of examples. But
I'll remember in a minute, but
if you interrupt me, I love interrupting. We were just talking about this, listeners, before the podcast. We can talk at the same time and listen at the same time and have 5 conversations, and we're also having a psychic conversation. It's very strange. So, Andrew, do you still think we're all psychic?
Yes.
Yes. Anything you would like to add to it?
Not really. I mean, everybody's definitely psychic.
I like it. So, listeners, you weren't here, Andrew. You were taking care of our background singer and making sure that his throat was soothed.
A little vocalist.
Excuse me. So, I was explaining to the listeners that this is the Black Sheep podcast that we will do every time we're hanging in the garage and feel like an impromptu podcast. But I was just about to tell them that it was not. This one isn't impromptu. This one we had planned because of a discussion we had another time we hung out in the garage, and I was just about to tell them what you told me. And basically, the Black Sheep podcast is just what I'll call the 3 of us, or maybe if Misty can ever make it. Hopefully she will be able to. Anyone who wants to join us for the Black Sheep podcast, you can join us.
Yeah.
In the garage. If you live around here, the more the merrier. We're going to talk about what Andrew talked about and Savvy added on to. So, Andrew, what did you tell me that night? Do you remember exactly how it started or anything? I remember what you told me. And then and then we got to what it was. We were talking about, you said you had been able to
lucid dreams?
Yes, well, we got to lucid dreams, but he started talking. The way you described it wasn't saying I have lucid dreams. You started out. You said that at one point, but before that, you said I have dreams where I'm going very fast.
Where I'm traveling. Yes.
And then you said I think these are lucid dreams or astral projection is what you thought it was. Astral projection, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know anything was what anything was. All I knew was that I had memories of certain dreams throughout my life, and I can't even remember how young I started having them or how often they happened, but I remember having multiple dreams where I just somehow appear or am outside of my house. And then I'm start deciding on going in a direction, and I travel in whatever direction it happens to be, and they're very vivid. I remember the journey. I can travel almost like I'm floating but flying.
And you're controlling it, though.
I'm controlling it. I'm controlling where I'm going, what I'm looking at, every aspect of it. And I don't remember in the dreams exactly where I go and what I see, but I remember that I'm in control of it and whatever I wanted to do or go or see or whatever I was doing. And some of the places were far away. 40, 50 miles away from where I was. I don't remember the locations, but I remember that I was in downtown. Well, for me, that's 40, 50 miles away.
Right,
So,
right.
Um,
And was it actual downtown, or was it like kind of like
Actual.
an imaginary? Okay, it was a
Like
place you've been
actual.
to, a place that exists.
yes.
Because you were
Okay.
more out in the country where you lived at
Yes.
the time.
I lived
Yeah.
way out in the country. And so in downtown, I had been there before. So I knew where I was. I knew that I had went to downtown. I don't remember exactly what area or what I did there, but I remember the journey. I remember that I went downtown and like other dreams, other places that I went, I would remember general aspects. I can't remember all the details of them.
Really
And I
cool.
can't remember the last time I had one. And all this was way before I learned that any of this was real, like psychic.
So what would you tell yourself it was? You just didn't pay attention to it? Or
I
did you
just
think about
didn't
it,
think
or-
about it. I just thought I had a dream.
Do you think everybody was like that?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. I thought everybody had dreams like that, and that's all I thought it was just a dream. And even to this day, I can't say that it was anything more than a dream.
Well, what about the controlling aspect
But-
of it?
This is listeners. This is where we got to about that night when I said we need to make a podcast. A
Yeah.
little bit after this, because we couldn't decide if this was astral travel, possibly, or if it was lucid dreaming, or both.
Mm-hmm.
That's where we haven't drawn a conclusion. We'll make a poll,
Mm-hmm.
and we'll leave another open for you if you would like to fill in a blank if you know what this is, or if we may figure it out by the end of the podcast. But I don't think. I
Yeah,
don't think
right.
so.
But
I don't
there's
think- who
also
knows, unless he figures it out. What else is there?
Yeah, him like
there's
going over.
the other detail is that I control my dreams,
Yes, the
all of
lucid
my
dreaming
dreams.
is controlling your dreams, though.
and I've
And being
always
aware of it.
controlled all of my dreams.
All of them. That was
All
a
of them.
fascinating thing to me, listeners. He could, this is an audio only podcast, by the way. He could always, all his life, right? All your life, control your dreams.
Well, not all my life.
Most
Since-
of your life.
Since I was young, I can't remember how young.
Do you remember actually figuring that out
Yes.
in a dream or outside
Yes.
of a dream? What happened? Can you remember it now?
Mm-hmm.
Tell us about it. I'd love to hear this.
I
How old
was.
were you?
I don't know.
Okay.
I was young.
Okay.
Under 10.
Probably like between 4 and 7.
Wow.
Oh, wow, so young.
We've been doing this, hello.
We've been
Maybe
together for 15
maybe
years. now, learning
9
something new.
at most. Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. I was young.
Yeah.
But I was having this recurring nightmare. And in the nightmare, I was being chased by big blocks. Like, just
What color were they?
blue?
Were they like ice cubes or blobs?
No, blocks.
I mean, were they
squares.
like blobby or were they hard?
No,
or
like
were
hard
they
squares.
squares? Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. I pictured ice cubes. I pictured blue ice cubes or
That's
something.
kind
And
of what I was
different-
picturing,
Yeah, I just
too.
pictured like an igloo ice cube kind of thing.
Almost like in a video
Kind of.
game, you know, kind of
Yeah,
like,
video game.
Kind of,
like
yeah.
Mario, you know, like how like they'd have blocks.
I
for, like,
pictured
a
it
wall,
blue and whitish
but
glowy,
blue.
though.
Yeah, like
we both
see-through
saw blue.
almost.
Yeah, we both saw that blue.
Mhm.
Yeah, I saw the bluish whitish kind of
Yeah,
like ice. It
like
made me think
see-through,
of
like ice cubes. But like,
So tell us more. What else
Sorry.
is going on?
They were just
I'm
Sorry.
excited. He's like, gosh, guys, I was into it. That's exciting.
they were just blue.
Okay, so blue box. Got it.
Just blue boxes.
Anyway.
And in other dreams they were just red.
I'm curious about this because
Okay.
I had dreams about objects and like not knowing what they meant.
Yeah, and there's
So I'm
many.
curious about this.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. It was so
Well, I
confusing.
had
yeah.
it was roughly the same nightmare. Sometimes it was
Oh,
blue
scary.
squares, sometimes it was red circles, sometimes it was blue circles.
So they was all mixed up, but it was always blocks of some
Yeah,
sort.
and it was
shape,
always the same
basic
color.
shapes.
Yeah, basic shapes, and it was always
Always
the same
blue.
color.
Red or blue.
And they
Got
were
it.
always chasing me.
Were there ever any irregular shapes?
No,
There
not
were
that I can
always
think
say
of.
square,
There was always
circle,
squares and
triangle.
no triangles
Like
that I can
normal
think of.
average.
It was always
Good.
squares and circles.
Squares,
if I remember.
squares, not rectangles.
Maybe some rectangles,
Some rectangles.
maybe, but I'm
Any
not sure about that.
rhombuses.
No.
Just kidding. I
There's
really don't know.
definitely just squares,
But it's just interesting that
circles, and maybe rectangles. Nothing else.
I think of those. The sacred geometry that I'm just trying to learn about it now, and the best way we have a podcast about sacred geometry that's really cool. If you don't know what sacred geometry is, listeners, you can listen to the podcast we have about it, or I can explain briefly that it is how there are basic shapes all over everything in every existence that we know of right now that exists everywhere. So it kind of indicates an intelligent design. That's what people who study sacred geometry think about the basic shapes and if you look everywhere, the basic shapes are these are the basic shapes. And so
Mhm.
triangle is one of like the sacred basic shapes in
Okay.
sacred geometry. So it's interesting that you don't have a triangle. But squares, and I don't know about the squares and circles, but circle is round, sphere. Would you say it's a sphere, not a circle? Like a sphere?
Yeah, like a ball.
A ball?
Yeah.
Like a large
So
ball.
like a big, large ball of blue. And what is your texture? I'm just feeling like, do you have a texture to it? Was it hard, or was it plastic? Or do you have any kind of feeling? Like, did it sound like anything?
I don't know.
You don't remember?
No.
Yeah. So the basic shapes, maybe it could have been scary because like the basic principles of life are right in front of you, and you don't know if you want to start doing that. Because also the basic principles of life are going to school and putting squares in square holes, putting circles in circle holes at that age. You know, and it's probably very simple for you at that age because you're a lot smarter. You grew up a lot faster than most people probably, I imagine. And this was probably very boring to you. And you're like, do I want to conform and be these circles and squares? That's what you were running away from, maybe.
Oh, yeah.
You know, and so what happened when you took over? So what happened when you actually took over?
Well, eventually after getting chased by this, and I don't know how long I had the nightmare for. I just know that it was
like always
recurring.
been there.
Yeah, and I don't know if it reoccurred for a month or if it was years or what. I just know that I had that recurring nightmare for a while. And eventually I just said, well, this sucks. And I would just all of a sudden have something to counter whatever was chasing me. Like,
like you would like all of a sudden have a bazooka.
Yeah. Or whatever
like
else I want.
Staff.
Like the first thing that I had was a little ball.
What'd you do with it?
I stuck it under the ball that was rolling towards me.
Oh, that's smart.
Which stopped it from rolling towards me.
That is, if you look back at the metaphor I just gave you, these basic shapes, you don't want to know if you really fit with the conformity of it. That's proving that you're not going to run away from it anymore. You're going to find a way to work with it, with the conformity, with your own ball, with your own way, and not in a bigger ball way. Like, what if you had gotten a huge square and put it in front and block? Mm-hmm. This is a very subtle, gentle way to solve a problem. Mm-hmm. Very elegant too. So it seems like at that age you're figuring that out. That this is a softer approach. Figures like, and it's not as hard to make a little ball as it was a big ball, maybe. You know?
Yeah,
I don't know.
You didn't need something big.
When you're dreaming, I guess once you got to the point where you're controlling it and you know what's going on, you can probably make it whatever you wanted. So what happened after that? Another dream. What happened when you did? You put the ball? It just stopped and you woke up.
It stopped and it was over.
Did you make yourself wake up, or did you just wake up?
I just know that it ended the nightmare.
It just ended the nightmares.
That was it.
Did it ever come back?
Like, I won.
Oh, you did win. So they never came back.
I don't know if it never came back or if it
We had a little interruption with Mr. Ruger, who would like to say hello. Ruger, would you like to say hello? Hello. Do you still think we're all psychic?
Yeah.
When you dream, do you dream?
Yes.
Can you
Very
control
much.
it? You do. Can you control your dreams? Do you know what that means?
Yes.
Have you always controlled your dreams?
Yes.
What does that mean to you?
I don't know. Like,
Does it mean like when you're in your dream, you can fly when you want to?
Yeah.
Like all the time?
Yes.
At any time?
Like when I close my eyes, I just fall right into my dreams, and I'm like my dreams are always there, and I go to random dreams, but like
You pick one place to go when you want?
yes. Harvey's calling me.
Oh, you go get them. Thank you for telling us that. And this is for the listeners. They love you too. Thank you for telling us that. Did you know most people don't do that?
Yeah.
Game
love you,
priorities.
Ruger. Bye.
Bye, babe.
Bye.
So Mr. Ruger kind of blew me away, and I was just asking Savvy and Andrew if they had heard about that. They said that they don't know if he picked up Andrew talking about his being able to control it or not. But I was thinking, I picked up a lot of imagery from him, the way I pick it up from people. And it looked like he dreamed a different way than all three of us dream. And I think we all do dream uniquely. And it feels like, to me, he does control his dreams. At least he has control of what he wants to dream about. And I was telling them that when I was younger, there were places I would go to. And we've talked about that in other podcasts with Misty, the places and all that. And that's what Ruger just said reminded me of. And I told them about that. So we're going to get back into, I guess, like, that blew me away. I don't know about you guys. You guys live with that amazing child. So
He has random stuff all the time that shocks us.
I love the random. I love it.
He is my random child.
I think all children are very random. They just are adorable and wonderful. I hate it when they're suppressed. Because
Yeah.
that one's not suppressed.
And I don't. We don't suppress his
No, he's
differentness.
very free. He's just very polite though, and very like excited. When he's excited and he loves you, he lets you know it. I haven't had a hug that good in like 10 years, man. The one he gave me the other night.
He does
And
not.
he got in
hold
my
back.
lap and he was like, "Rah!" Yes, and that feels good. I get a hug, man.
He does not hold back his love.
So did you have a question for you, Andrew? When you were older and you had like you can dream and you can control your dreams still, like to this day, didn't you say it kind of faded a little bit? Like you didn't dream as much anymore?
I just don't remember my
Don't
dreams.
remember them now. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Savvy, you came and talked to you.
When I
talking
do,
about-
when I do remember them, I control them.
Yeah, okay.
But I just don't.
Do you ever do anything like you wouldn't, like maybe it's like fantasies you'd live out, or go see what would happen if this happened and live it out, you know, see if you could handle it, or
Yeah.
like real scenarios and stuff?
Sometimes, yeah.
Oh, that's crazy. It's like a daydream, but it's in a dream, so you can actually experience it
Kinda like
in
training.
3D.
Like your zombies.
It's not like
Kinda like
daydreaming,
Tron.
though.
Kind of like, yeah, maybe.
Because I do that a lot with daydreaming. I'll act
But-
everything out in my
True,
daydreams.
true.
Like,
Mhm.
where I go
So-
anywhere, I'm acting it out. You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah, I'll go through different
Mhm.
scenarios and different things in my head.
Yeah. But you can do it in dreams, too.
Yeah.
Like, actually, like, for, like, what I think, when you say that, I think of the Oculus. You know, and you go into the Oculus. An Oculus is a 3D virtual reality headset.
Okay.
I loved it when I played it. I've had to put it away because I would have lost my life. I would have no job. I'd be on the street going, like,
reality.
who are you? Why don't you have any clothes on? I told them to use the internet. Are you sure that's all they use? Yes! So, like, I'm wondering if you were able to do that, like, let's say you're dreaming right now,
Mhm.
and you're in the garage with us, and you're like, this is what you want to dream about, being in the garage with us, doing a podcast. And let's say you're like, well, suddenly you're kind of like, man, I really wish we were in France doing this podcast. Could you make that happen in your dream? Like, suddenly be in France doing the podcast?
Uh-huh.
And that's just amazing. In a dream, not in the daydream, but a
Yeah,
dream.
and
Oh, that's just fascinating. I just can't imagine. I've never heard of that before.
Yeah, that's nothing.
I've never heard of anybody. I've heard a lot about lucid dreaming,
Mm-hmm.
but I've never met anyone who's done it, especially all their life, like you and Ruger.
Mm-hmm.
So, as Abby, you were adding on to that. Oh,
I don't see why I'd ever want to dream that specifically, but yeah, pretty much anything I want to do in my dream I can do. I don't always pick the situation that I'm in the dream. Sometimes I dream of a random thing and then just ride the dream out and see how it, just see
you
what
kind
it
of let
is.
it go sometimes.
And just let it go. And other times I control every aspect of it. And
Really crazy, man. Savvy. So
Just
she,
depends.
if I remember correctly, there were some moonshine cherries that night, which I think is the reason we didn't record a podcast.
Yes. Yes.
And I think Savvy came in saying, well, are you sure you're not astral projecting? Especially when you talk about moving very quickly.
Yeah, like when he's able to just like go from one spot to the next, like from just so quickly, like the time frame just jumps, almost like you're losing time. To me, that seems like actual traveling.
It does, but it also, I was going to ask you maybe to confirm it. If you still do that now, can you still like run to another place in your dreams like really fast?
I don't
like,
remember
kind of
the
the
last
same
time.
way.
It's been too long.
Or in like last time you were dreaming, because you say the reason I'm asking is because if you went somewhere and saw something happen and later it was confirmed that it happened, like let's say you went to a Whiskey A Go Go and saw some band you wanted to see play, I don't know, and you knew they were going to play that night or something, you went to sleep, let's say you ended up there, of course, because you wanted to. That's what you did. That's why you went to sleep.
right.
And then your friend told you that they played the song because he saw the set list and it was the same set list. I mean, does anything like that happen? Like, not that specific, but, something that you could get confirmed that you were actually astral traveling rather than dreaming.
Not that I can think of.
Think about that, yeah. Think about that for our next sheep meeting.
Yeah.
Because I'm curious
Nothing
about
comes
that.
to mind right now, but
I think that's something
I'll think about it.
yeah.
But
I think there has been or you should try it if you can get back into your dreams and you do decide to get back into your dream and try to remember.
Well-
I blocked mine. And they're coming back. I've been asking for them to come back. and
I'll
they
try
haven't.
and get back into one. It wasn't very long ago that we had the conversation. So
we've counted the days.
Yeah. So give me some time, damn it. Give me some time.
Counted the days.
I will try. I will. I'm trying to.
I was gonna say it was more like not premonition because like.
Yeah,
because I was thinking,
I'm not sure how to word it. Try to do it again. I just don't know.
Like, that's what I've done.
I don't
people
know.
say this. I'll tell you some things people from the podcast have told me you can do to help you remember your dreams. They've said you can like write on a piece of paper and stick it under your pillow.
Mm-hmm.
I will remember my dream. Mm-hmm. Another thing people say to do is ask your guardian angel or your guides or anything, or let me remember my dream. Mm-hmm. And our dreams. What I did is I started asking my guides to let me start remembering my dreams, and it's still happening. It's still taking a while, but they're starting to come back because I don't want to hear what they have to say most of the time. So that's why I'm blocking them. I can't do what you do though.
Like that.
If I could do what Andrew you do, I'd probably dream a lot.
Right?
I think I would. I
think I could just tell myself to remember.
Probably could. You just talked about that last time. I think I remember you saying that too. Yeah, just tell yourself to remember. You will. That's what would work for you then.
You can control much more than you do.
You just figured that out like, woo, like electricity.
Weird.
They're my dreams.
Weird science.
They're my dreams. It's my memory. I should be able to just tell myself to remember it.
Try it for the next night.
Yeah, seriously.
I'm going to say something interesting. It's totally unrelated.
I'll try it tonight.
I'll tell you about it another time. I had a totally unrelated.
I firmly believe that people are in control of their bodies.
Yeah.
Completely.
A lot of people do, and they say the way to your physical healing is first, this is what we've heard on the podcast too, and a lot of people say this, and the first person who said it to me, I was like blown away. She said it just a certain way. It had been said to me before, but she said it this way. She said, first you clear the mental plane, and then you clear the emotional plane. And she explained what clearing was first. Mm-hmm. And then you clear the spiritual plane, and then you're allowed to clear the physical plane. So you have to get through all those planes to get to the physical plane. And then through spirit, you heal the physical plane.
Yeah.
From what I understood.
No, that totally makes
sense.
Through
your soul, you heal the physical. But you have to get through the emotional, the mental first is what she said. It's like step one, the mental plane. Yeah. Step two, the emotional plane, clear it. She says clear it. The way she described clearing it, I can't remember exactly, but I took it to mean, calm down. Balance it, balance it out and get everything that's BS out of it and try to figure out why you're doing what you're doing if you can't get the BS out of your head or out of your heart or out of your, just
almost like
situation.
Shadow work, kind of.
It is shadow work, yeah. It is shadow work. We were talking about shadow work actually at the podcast, so that's how she talked about doing it.
This sounds like shadow work.
But I don't think we did call it shadow work, but we called it other things too.
Mm-hmm.
We talked about all the terms for it, I think, and stuff like that.
Right.
And basically, it was about how to heal the physical body, though, specifically. And she was saying to get to that physical body, you got to like clear out all these other planes and heal them, and where they're damaged, where you find damage, and then you can heal the physical body.
It makes sense, yeah. Since I've been working on like shadow work and stuff, that totally makes sense.
It makes sense too.
It does. Yeah. It really makes sense.
Yeah.
Huh, babe?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess we'll go ahead and start wrapping things up. And, we have not promoted anything that Savvy does in the last podcast, which I just want to pimp you as your Etsy shop open right now. Because sometimes it's closed. Will it be open by the time I publish this podcast?
It's open all the time. It's more of a...
What's in there?
You have to hit me up if you want something.
She is an essential oil. I've been trying to ask her to be on the podcast. I haven't been asking. I'm trying to get her on here to talk about essential oils because she's really great at them and she got me into them. And I've mentioned that many times on the podcast. Mm-hmm. And I just adore essential oils, and you're the one. I mean, other people have introduced me to them, Kasha and April and family members. And I'm just like, oh, that's cool. And then when you gave me that doTERRA
digestin,
I was just like, wow, what is this magic?
Yes, it is. It's amazing. It's magic.
And I've got so much fun with it. I just made some perfume. I let sit there for about a month, and it came out just where I wanted it last night when I checked on it. And I made it. You might be able to smell it. I put some on. I don't know.
Yes. I've been smelling you since you walked in.
Oh, you had some perfume.
Yes, it smells so good. I was going to ask you about it too.
I'll bring you some. I made a lot. I put moon water in it. I had some April 30th, which is my birthday, full moon water from I think last year or some other year. But that's what I put in mine anyway.
smells
But I'll bring you some.
delicious.
I love it. It's got a lot. It's got a lot of stuff in it. I don't remember what all I put in it.
Smells
So I can't
edible?
duplicate it. No, it doesn't smell edible.
It smells edible to me.
Oh, it has patchouli in it. It has patchouli in it.
Yeah, it smells edible. Like, you smell yummy.
Oh, I smell yummy?
Yeah,
It has
that's what I'm saying.
jasmine.
It
I
smells
think I
yummy.
did put some clove, a lot of clove in it.
Mm.
That might be the more like yummy kind of. I'm trying to think of what else yummy it might be there. Oh gosh, we're just talking now. This is Lisa Russick saying thank you, Everclear. Everclear is our sponsor. Everclear is an advice app and website where you can get your advice from psychics and empaths. So you can get the clarity you need to create the life you deserve. And I am an advisor on Everclear under the name Lisa P. Leesa P. And Savvy has an Etsy shop under Broke Savvy Essentials, if I remember correctly.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll put her link in there. And if you really want any kind of magic done with essential oils, just write her. And through the Etsy store or whatever.
Or my Facebook.
Or Facebook. Or I'll find an email from her and see if she'll let me post that.
Yeah.
And lastly, I want to thank Misty, even though she's not here. Misty's, she's going to be going through some stuff in the next few weeks. Everybody pray for Misty and give your good thoughts to her and light candles for her. However you want to dedicate your love and devotion or whatever you want to call it towards Misty. I call it love.
Send some love.
Sisterly love. And I really hope she's going on a trip down to Louisiana. And Misty, I hope your trip goes great. And we will talk soon. And listeners, I love you. And Savvy and Andrew love you too. Because we're going to do some more of these Black Sheep podcasts. I'm certain of it.
Yes, definitely.
And someday I might get the microphone and set up correctly to do this. Because every time I've tried to do it with my microphone in my phones, I can't figure out how to assign the microphone. But the very first time, of course, I have beginner's luck. I did it correctly. And now I can't remember what I did. So anyway, this is Lisa Russick and Savvy and Andrew saying goodbye, Black Sheep.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.